on Coleman. Count on Coleman. If your world is looking strange, you can count on Coleman for change.
Hi, Baton Rouge, and I shall say District 10, the district that we're sitting in right now. I am Carolyn R. Coleman, the councilwoman in this great district, and this is the Coleman Media Podcast, coming to you live. And let me tell you all something. We're here at the Leo S. Butler Center, where the Coleman Media Center is located, and we are here to share information. And let me tell you all about the information today. This is the best information that I've had. So you all out there better sit tall and perk up your ears so that you all can really learn. That's the purpose of our podcast, so that we can learn all that's going on out here in this great city. And so today, ladies and gentlemen, I have the distinct pleasure to have two young men with me. One, Brian O'Neal Gosa. Now, Brian O'Neal Gosa is the one right here in this blue shirt. I want you all to make sure you can make this distinction here. Brian is a 5th grade Montessori student at the Dufroq School. Brian is also the son of Mr. Kerry and Miss Walthina Gosa. But let me tell you about Brian before I get over here to William. Brian was named the 2025-26 Student of the Year at Dufroq School for EBR school system. That's big stuff, you all. He was recognized as the school district student of the year on November 19th out of 39 other district schools. So Brian was one of the 39. He was honored at the Metro Council meeting by yours truly, Metro Councilwoman Carolyn R. Coleman, on November 24th. So that was November 19th, November 24th, and honored at the East Baton Rouge Parish School Board meeting on December 4th. And here we are in the Coleman Media Center, and we're just going to honor him again and keep on going. Now, let me tell you what Brian has done today. With all of those accolades, Brian has brought his young brother with him, and this is William Gregory Gosa. And yes, same mama, same daddy, same school. And so we're going to hear from Brian. Then Brian is going to yield to his brother William, and you're all getting ready to learn some real stuff that's going on. So you better sit up straight and perk up your ears, because I'm ready. I yield to you, Brian.
Good afternoon. My name is Brian Gosa, as mentioned, and one of the things I'd like to talk about today is one thing about my school, and that is the Micro Society program. The Micro Society program is a program where every kid in our school gets an opportunity to have a job, and those jobs become learning experiences. We have a mayor, an assistant mayor. We have peacekeepers, which are the police of the community, and many more. And right now, I'm the manager of the peacekeepers, which are the police, and that's all I'd like to say.
At this point, huh? All right. And so talk to us about becoming the student of the year for the district. That's big stuff, big stuff, Brian.
Yes, ma'am. So It was a very long process, and I had to first, there were 7 students, 7 fifth graders at my school, and one of them backed down, and that was just the first part. Second, we had to write an essay and submit it, and then they'd pick 5 students, and those 5 students were, first they had to do an essay, then were interviewed, and the day of the interview the person was picked, and that was me.
Wow. And that essay, what was the title of your essay?
My title of my essay was A Louisiana Legacy.
Wow, the big word, you heard him, legacy, legacy. When you hear that word legacy, talk to me about what comes to your mind. That's a great word. I love that word, legacy, and everybody ought to be working toward that. Tell those folk out there what a legacy is. Many don't know, Brian.
A legacy is kind of a lifeline, almost. So it really is a lifeline, and it's the good things that happen in your lifetime.
And that you want to leave as a reminder to folk what you've done. Yeah.
Your past history.
There you go. Wow. Wow. And so, what do you want to be when you grow up? Finish growing up, I should say.
When I grow up, I want to be an FBI agent, specifically in Washington, D.C., because in Washington, D.C., that is the main headquarters of the FBI. And a thing about being an FBI agent is that only 5% of African American people, 5% of FBI agents are African American.
And what inspired you to want to be an FBI agent?
What inspired me to be an FBI agent was my grandfather, and I called him Grandpa Bill.
Okay.
And his real name was William Johnson, and he was the first African-American police officer of Zachary, and he served in the Vietnamese War.
Wow. Sounds like to me that's a great reason there. And you all heard him say FBI in Washington, D.C. Yeah, where all the action is, I would think. So, introduce who else we have with us here today.
This is my brother, William Gosa. He also goes to the Dufroq School, and he is in the 3rd grade.
Well, hello, William.
Hello.
Yes, indeed. And so, William, what I know is that, Brian is the 5th grade student at Dufroq, and he's the student of the year for EBR Parish. But in talking with you, William, there are some gifts and talents that's deep down inside of you, and I know Mom, Dad, and Brian are just so proud of you and excited about what you do at school. So let them know who you are and what you do and what you want to be when you finish growing up.
Good afternoon. My name is William Gosa, and what I want to do when I grow up is be a dermatologist, football player.
Okay, and we're going to need you. We will need you. I know I will. You all heard him, a dermatologist. Now, you've got to tell the listening audience what a dermatologist is.
A dermatologist is something that helps you with your skin.
Okay, a doctor that takes care of your skin. Why? Talk to me about why. Is there a particular reason a dermatologist and not an anthropologist and not just a general practitioner or not just a... So tell me why a dermatologist.
I just like doctors, and I see a lot of doctors on TV shows.
Okay, a lot of doctors on TV shows. Now tell me, what do you... you hold a position there at Dufroq as well. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Talk to us about what you're doing over there. You're not just going to school every day and just leaning back. Tell the listening audience what you do over there at Dufroq.
I am a peacekeeper. It's my first year.
Tell them what a peacekeeper is.
A peacekeeper is basically a police officer.
Wow, okay. A police officer. See, when I was going to school, and that's been a long time ago, a great long time ago, and we used to refer to them as community helpers, and that's what the police officers were. But you are now calling them a peacekeeper. All right, just like a police officer. And so tell me how you keep the peace.
So we stop people from running. We make sure they're on the third square and make sure they're not loud and lots of more stuff.
True peace. Wow, true peace. So you enjoy your job as a peacekeeper.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me this, were you chosen? Were you chosen? Or did you decide to be a peacekeeper? Or did someone at your school say, you know what?
Ever since I was in the second grade, I wanted to be a peacekeeper, but I wasn't old enough.
Okay. And what appealed to you about being a peacekeeper?
My brother.
You all heard it. That's good stuff there. See, when you have a leader here with you. Your brother is a leader and you're a leader. And see, Brian talked about his legacy. His legacy. So what I see, I don't know if you see it or not, you tell me. What do you see about Brian's legacy when it comes to you?
Well, I see that he's a great person. He likes helping out people.
And is he a peacekeeper?
Yes, ma'am.
Didn't he tell me he was Brian, you said you were the
manager.
The manager of the Peacekeeper. So yeah, you're working on your legacy already because here's your brother here, a peacekeeper. So you are following in his footsteps. And those are great steps to follow in.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, indeed. So y'all got to tell us about Crawfish Bayou at Dufroq and how you've served the community. I heard about Crawfish Bayou. So take it away.
Well, Crawfish Bayou is the name of our city, and we call it micro society, and there's a specific time for 2 days, which those days are Wednesdays and Thursdays. And during those days, at 2:00 every time, they'd call us down by grade level to go to our jobs, and then we'd be stationed. And then for specifically peacekeepers, we'd get stationed at where we're supposed to do our duties. And it's not just the peacekeepers in micro society. There's the bakery, there's the library, we have a bank, we have a judicial part of micro society, and many more.
Wow. I tell you, sitting between these two young men here, I just feel like I feel like I've got a lot more stuff to learn, listeners. A lot of more stuff. But I've learned a lot here today about Peacekeepers, Legacy, Crawfish Bayou, and so much other. What else would you want to just say to the listening audience? Anything you'd like. Share with them, William.
So there's lots of more stuff. Last year, I helped pick up trash, and we helped the environment.
That's big stuff there. And you hear what you're saying? You picked up trash, help the environment. Now, I want all of the adults out there to hear about that, because in our city, we're always talking about trash being out there in our environment. And I always tell the different organizations that if they would start with you all in the schools talking about the importance of where you put trash and our environment, talking about environment and what makes up a healthy environment.
So what makes a healthy environment? You can recycle stuff.
Keep on, boy. I'm listening. I am listening here.
Turn into other stuff.
Okay. Yes, indeed. Well, Brian, you heard your brother.
Yes, ma'am.
You got to have something to add to that. You've got to, Brian. All right, talk, Brian. Yes, Brian.
So this year, our school, our school librarian decided that we need benches in our school garden. So she has put some recycling garbage bins around our school, and we can put things like bread, the bags from breads, grocery bags, and etc. into those, and to raise money for our benches in our school.
And you telling me that you all did that and you raised enough money for your benches at your school?
Not yet. We are close to our goal, though.
Okay, you're close to your goal. All right. Well, we're going to appeal to the listening audience out there that you need to make your way to Dufroq Elementary School and assist Brian. William, you're a part of that as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Brian and William, the Gosa boys, and getting enough money to have benches. And I'm going record, Mr. Brian and Mr. William, I'm going to pledge some money toward those benches.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You're so welcome. So we're going to take care of that today. And I'm so grateful that you all talked about that. You mentioned something about the leadership, that's where you're a part of leadership as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell them what leadership is, what you do, the whole 9 yards, whatever you want to say about leadership.
Okay, so leadership is I'm trying to think of the word. It's a
Organization, maybe?
Yes, ma'am. Organization where you go, there's many days to go, and different days are appealed to different groups inside of the organization. Like William and I go to Saturday classes, and we're also in Boy Scouts.
Wow. What you say, William? Talk to us about it.
So leadership helps you with your reading skills, help you with leap and all types of stuff. It has sports to help you with.
So we're talking about the total you, huh? The total you, academic, the enrichment part, just all of this good stuff, the sports part, the all about me part there. And know what? I am so excited and grateful that the leader of leadership is, you know, who?
Mr. Cleo Fields.
Congressman Cleo Fields. And guess what? He was right here this past Saturday at our toy giveaway, right here at the Leo S. Butler Center. But let me let you all in on a little secret about Congressman Fields and what we've been working on. And I believe that it has come to fruition. There is a YWCA building here in District 10, and what he's going to do is duplicate over here in the South Baton Rouge area what he has in the North Baton Rouge area. And I don't know if he's going to call it leadership number 2, but it's going to be over here. And I am so excited about that. And you see, when you all talked about legacy, that is a gentleman who's truly leaving a legacy. And I am so excited to be a part of that. When he mentioned to me his desire, what he wanted, I had to get on it. I had to be about my business. And so we had conversations, and it's coming to fruition. And I'm so excited just to be a part of it, boys.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, indeed. And so I'm sure he's probably going to show you all off when the others want to see the leadership number 2. He's going to come there to the number 1 and show you all off. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do when I get off of here. I'm going to let him know that you all, the 2 of you, I'm going to call you all the Gosa boys. And all right. And I'm going to let him know that you all were on here on the podcast, and that he's going, his chest is going to come way out. And then I'm going to tell you another thing. See, your principal, Dr. Davis, I'm going to tell her. I saw her the other day, and I'm going to let her know that you all have represented Dufroq well. See, the Peacekeeper, I got to keep that in my mind here, the Peacekeeper. That's great stuff there. Keeping the peace. And you all are such disciplined young men.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. And you all are the epitome of what peacekeeping to be about. And so you all have talked about how you've served your community. You've talked about where you are at your school, your grades, being a part of leadership. I mean, I don't know what's left. Is there anything left that you all want to tell the listening audience before we leave?
No, ma'am, I'm not sure of anything else.
All right, so you think you've covered it all? Covered it all, yes indeed, until next time, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And what about William? I will yield to you. Is there anything else? Any accolades you want to give out? You know, like, want to thank this person or that person, or,
No, ma'am.
So we've covered it all?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, who brought you here today?
Our mother.
Okay, so what you want to say about that?
Well, our mother, she's a really wonderful woman, and she works with Healthy Blue, and also she works at home, and she is our kids in the neighborhood calls her our neighborhood mom.
Wow. Anything else, William? Neighborhood mom. That's big stuff there, y'all. And you all are to be commended for sharing your mom with the neighborhood children.
Yes.
Anything else?
She likes picking up trash. If she sees like some trash, she would walk and pick up some trash, put in the trash can, stuff like that.
That's great. So what she does is trickling down to you all, and then y'all's trickle gonna come on down.
Yes.
There you go. And so Baton Rouge District 10, you all heard it here. That's a legacy within the Gosa family. And I recommend that all of you out there in this listening audience, yeah, you try to mock that, because this is great stuff here today. And so I'm going to ask that you like, share, comment, and subscribe in the channel here so that you all can get a chance to see and hear some more good stuff like these two outstanding Dufroq Elementary young men. And so the Gosa duo, how about that? And so again, we have Brian, who is the student of the year for the parish. Yes, indeed, right there at Dufroq Elementary. And then his sidekick right here, William Gregory Gosa, who is doing it as well, and he is a peacekeeper at the school. And so just so glad to have you here, fellas, and you all have shared information. Folk have gleaned, have learned from you all, because I have. And so I'm going to say to you, continue, continue, continue. Just growing up, going up.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, indeed. And so just want to say to you all out there, thank you for listening, and remember, Coleman cares.
Count on Coleman. Count on Coleman. If your world is looking strange, you can count on Coleman for change.